Full Faith and Credit Act plus privileges and immunities are in Article 4, plus some other things. Article 4 is pretty important, so I want to look at all of them separately. There is the full faith and credit, which basically states that full faith and credit shall be given in each state to the public acts, records, judicial proceedings of every other state. And the Congress may by general laws prescribe the manner in which that acts, records, proceedings shall be proved, and the effect thereof. Most of the time we look at this as with marriage. So if you're common law married in one state, you're common law married in the other state. But this article did not force people to actually, if you're married in one state, to be married in the other state. So like in previous to the 1960s, there was laws in the South against interracial marriage. So if you moved and you were married, say, in Mississippi, and that was allowed, and then you moved to North Carolina, they didn't have to do that. Also with gay marriage, when you were married in one state didn't necessarily mean you were married in the other state. The state didn't have to accept it. But in general, when I look at married, and if I'm married in my state of California, I'm married in Arizona plus other states. Then you have the citizens of each state shall be entitled to all the privileges and immunities of citizens of several states. This basically means you have the right to travel between states, interstate travel. You have the right to buy property in another state. You have the right to use the courts in the court system in the other states. But you do have limits to that. So like states can actually charge out-of-state tuition and then in-state tuition, so you can have some kind of discrimination. You can have some kind of, like in hunting, you can have a hunting license for in-state and out-of-state. They're different. But definitely you can travel between states. You have the right to use the court systems, and you do have the right to buy property. Then you also have a person charged in any state with treason, felony, or any other crime who shall flee from that state and found in another state shall be on demand of the executive authority, like the governor of that state which he fled, to be delivered up. So this is extradition. So where you do a crime in one state, leave, and go to another state, you can be sent back to the state where you did the crime. Then you also have new states made by Congress into this union, but no new state shall be formed or erected within the jurisdiction of any other state, nor shall any state be formed by the junction of two or more states or parts of the states with the consent of the legislature. So we look at California. California might be 3 or 4 states. It might be divided up, but all of California has to vote on it. So not just the area, but everybody else has to do it. When we had Massachusetts divide, the legislature had to do that. And then we're looking at Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico has to vote on being a state, and then the United States Congress has to approve it. Congress has the power to dispose of and make all rules, regulations respecting territory and other property belonging to the U.S. Nothing in the Constitution shall be so construed as to prejudice any claims of the U.S. or any other state. So this gives Congress the right to actually buy and sell property and also take care of it, dispose of it, make all rules for it. So this is where the people in Oregon that basically say the federal government has no right to Western lands. That's not necessarily true. The United States shall guarantee to every state in the Union a Republican form of government and shall protect each state against invasion and on application of the state legislature over the executive against domestic violence. So if you have domestic violence or if you have an invasion, the federal government promises to take care of that state and make sure it's protected. This is Article 4 with all the different important parts of Article 4.